Hi, it's me, Camila Rose, and welcome back to my channel. And today we are going to be doing the Scorpio 2024 general reading. We're going to take a look at each quarter, and we're going to figure out what's coming for you this year. Comment down below if you're something you're really excited about. And let's get your general reading. I'm pulling from just the major arcana for our general card, just to see like what the vibes are for the year per sign. Not the Tower card. Alright, so you might have some unexpected stuff coming up for you, Scorpio. This year, it might be all about surprises, revelations, new information, unexpected changes. So, Scorpio, we're just going to have to kind of see how things go for you. Let's see what we get for your general reading. So, we're doing quarters. I'm doing each quarter. And I'm going to do an outcome card. The cards didn't want to mix up very easily. So let's see what we get for your first quarter and how the beginning of 2024 is going to be looking for you. King of Swords. That's good. Set some good boundaries. Perfect. Alright, so we are starting off with King of Swords for your first quarter. Ooh, then King of Cups. Okay. Y'all are having some conversations. Ooh, the Lovers. Alright, yeah. So this is either going to be about a relationship. You might have some conversations that need to come up in a relationship. You may be needing to set some boundaries. You might also be feeling maybe a little cold towards folks. So we have a King of Swords as your main card, and then we have underneath it as a clarifier a King of Cups. So there may be two individuals who are very much so in King energy, perhaps showing up a little in the masculine, but one who is very much leaning towards their logical side, towards what's practical, towards what's the best decision, very analytical, maybe too over analytical in this case. Coming together with a King of Cups energy who is, yes, very comforting, very caring, very nurturing, but also focus more on the external. So both of these individuals are trying to take care of their community, trying to take care of each other. They're not focusing as much of their attention on themselves. And then we have the Lovers in between that. So this may be a third party situation between two different types of energies. So you might be the King of Swords dealing with, a King of Cups on one side and then perhaps somebody else on the other. But it also might be that this could be, you two different people in the relationship who are showing up in this energy, and both are kind of neglecting the care for themselves. King of Cups perhaps is not, spending enough time making sure that they're doing well mentally, emotionally, and the King of Swords is not taking care of their emotions. They're not tapping into their own feelings about things. Either way, we have the Lovers card coming here showing that and it might be a Gemini. So again, maybe you're the King of Cups and you're the Scorpio, and you're Gemini, whoever you're speaking with who's got that air energy is taking up a lot of that time and attention in this first quarter. But the Lovers card is also a card about independence. It's a card about being able to, take all of the information and the things that you've learned from being a child and growing up and learning conditioning, and then deciding which path you're going to take. Like, how are you going to actually put these skills into practice? And so right now, you may be really needing to get an understanding and put into practice the practical, logical survival skills that you may have learned from your family, while also being able to understand how to take care of your community. Like, there's a very large scale situation going on here in how you move forward and how you gain your independence. But even with that, it's putting you into a place or a position where you're starting to wonder about your finances. You're juggling your finances. You're either literally juggling them, or you're trying to make some moves to be more independent. You're trying to make some moves so that you can take care of yourselves better. That's a more logical decision, a more logical direction for you all. That's going to be coming up for you in your first quarter, Scorpio. Let's see what's going on in your second quarter. Okay. We have the Emperor in reverse. Oh, yeah, there's a lot of cards that came out. Oh, here's our friend the Tower. Oh, I forgot. I also covered. Let me cover that up just to make sure we don't have any issues there. Here's your friend the Tower. All right, so your card of the year is popping up during that second quarter. So there may be some unexpected things that happen during this second quarter that start to. So that's going to be April, May, June. That might, kind of wake you up, come as a surprise. The Emperor in reverse is stating or suggesting that one of the things that's going to happen is there may be a collapse to a system or a process that you're used to. So if you're very used to having the ability to kind of like, you go to work, you go home, you take care of your kids, or you take care of your pets or whatever, you have a very like structured life, that is going to be thrown for a bit of a loop. That's going to be thrown off of its case. You also might be feeling very much so like you've lost power or control over situations. Because the Emperor is a controlling card, but it's more so just because it understands in order for an empire to be successful, there has to be order. And so the Emperor is usually coming in and it's bringing order. It is the egg hatching that was planted, or not planted, but that was being incubated by the Empress. So now the egg has hatched and the plan is in place. It's alive and it's growing and it's working. And so the Emperor is guiding as the father figure this new venture. Well, in this case, like that's not happening. There's something that has gone awry. Your first card off is the Tower card. So there will be a revelation that comes in and it's looking like it's something related to your finances. We have a Page of Pentacles that comes immediately after the Tower card. So there may be a surprise new job that comes your way, or a new interest, a new financial investment that you can make, something that was completely unexpected, and maybe even outside of your area of expertise. We have the High Priestess coming up after that, and you're going to need to spend some time really getting clear about like making sure that how you're living your life matches up with your internal ideals and your internal values and morals. We have a Page of Wands right after that. So we have a Page of Pentacles and a Page of Wands. There's a lot of new energy coming on here, especially towards like new material, but also like new attraction, new ways of expressing yourself creatively, new areas to explore. And then we have a 10 of Swords. I think this revelation is needed. I think these Tower moments that are coming in for you are needed. It seems like that there's been just a lot of you needing to get your life together is a nice way to put it. Getting your systems in order, getting the people in your life, like helping them to understand how they can best support you, but also making sure you have really good boundaries and barriers up in place so that people can't come in and just like in one fell swoop, just like mess up your whole life, And so with this Tower card is really bringing you this like, I think it makes it so that instead of you being in this juggling in this Two of Pentacles energy, like which choice to make, which route to take. It's the one that's going to be much more exciting for you, and it's the one that's much more in alignment with like what your overall life goals are and what it is you'd really like to be doing. And it's going to take you out of this stressful interaction between this King of Swords and this King of Cups. King of Swords and King of Cups do not match. They do not gel. It's only just because one is moving from the heart space and one is moving from the mind. And although these things can be imbalanced, if there's not that kind of connection between them, which could be the lovers, like it could literally be love is connecting these two energies together. But if you can't like compromise and find that space of coming together, it throws everything off. And there's this just suggestion from this Emperor being in reverse that like your systems, your way of life, your norm that you're used to is just going to be kind of turned on its head. But it's needed because the way that things have been functioning, and particularly coming from this first quarter, has been really stressful for you. It hasn't been an easy road, and you need something to shake things up to get you out of that space. So let's look at what your third quarter is looking like. Ace of Cups, wonderful. One more. Okay. And we are going to leave that right side up. Ooh. Oh, these are fantastic. Okay. So your main card for your third quarter is the Ace of Cups. Yeah, see, that's what I've been trying to say. Like you don't always have to look at the Tower card as like, oh my goodness, this horrible negative thing. Like the Tower card is just shaking things up. It's just maybe things have gotten to be too boring, too stable. Like maybe you're afraid to change, you're afraid to let go, and so you just need like something bigger than yourself to come in and be like, all right, no, it's time to move. This isn't healthy. This is not good for you. We got to get you out of here. And so this Tower moment and this Tower energy for next year for my Scorpios, it's just something that's getting you out of this kind of stuck space that you've been in, especially if you've been trying to make a decision but you won't take the jump, you won't take the leap to actually move into the next phase, move to the next phase. This Tower moment comes in and it crumbles the foundation where you don't really have a choice. You have to change. And you need this change because the space that you're in is like mentally unhealthy for you. It's not a good space for you to be in. So in your third quarter, we get the Ace of Cups. So there's a new offer coming in. It may be a new love offer coming in, but it also may be like a renewal of a relationship if you are in a relationship that you're happy with. It may also be a new creative venture, but your cup will be overflowing. I think this is beautiful. I think part of that comes from the Sun card is your next card. So you're actually going to be getting some recognition for your skills, for your talents. You're going to be able to shine. You're going to be feeling much more confident. And I'm telling you, that's why I'm like, you need this Tower moment to break you out of this space. This Tower moment puts you into a new place where you can feel much more confident and much more like better taken care of. You can be seen. You'll feel heard. You'll feel appreciated. And you'll really see that starting to come in this third quarter. So we're looking at July, August, September, right before fall equinox. And then with the Sun card, we then have the Fool. And so the Fool is going to be saying it's time for you to take a leap of faith. It's time for you to jump into a new area, get into a new space, like you're doing something different. And I love that for you. That means that like there's some change coming in. There's a new fresh start. Like it's something that you're really excited for. And right after that, we have the Six of Swords. Six of Swords is saying leaving an unhealthy space and moving into a much better space, particularly mentally. It's improving your mental health. That's why I was like, we get the Tower card and you can feel your way that you feel about it. But if you need a shakeup because things are unhealthy and you're not in a good space, particularly mentally for you, in this case, we got to get you into a much better location and we got to shake things up. And so it's looking like in that third quarter is when we really get that move. We make that move. We see that change happen and it's just going to be like a much better situation for you. All right, so let's take a look at your fourth quarter. Okay. What do we get? Ooh, Temperance. See, there we go. That's what I'm talking about. Because I was like, the issue with that King of Swords and the King of Cups is that you need to balance out the heart and the mind, and that was not happening. We needed something that was going to be able to bring those energies together. And with your main card for the fourth quarter being the Temperance card, now we're getting to that space where your heart and your mind are on the same page. So whether this is that King of Swords and that King of Cups energies finally being able to come together, or whether this is just you being able to really like balance yourself out, it's such a move in the right direction. It's such a move towards like peace and just a lot more happiness and joy, a lighter energy for you through the year of 2024. Your next card is the Hangman in reverse. Excellent, because it's saying that you've had that enlightenment moment. Again, we're going back to that Tower card. There was, the Tower card can be like being struck by lightning, enlightenment. There's a flash of information, a crumbling of systems, a new start that has to be made. And so you've kind of got the picture. You got the message, you got the picture, you got the growth that needed to happen about leaving this unhealthy situation. And it might have been a work situation because we do have pentacles that pop up a couple of different times. And you might just be like, Page of Wands always gives me that you need something a little bit more exciting going on. You may be bored with work. You may feel like you've reached the height of where you'll get at your job and you need something perhaps a little bit more challenging, but maybe something that allows you a little bit more control, a little bit more freedom. as far as like you getting to be the emperor. Perhaps you need to be moving to a manager position or a higher level position, or you need to be maybe moving out, striking out on your own, doing your own thing. And Emperor in reverse can also be indicating that, you know, like just needing to turn things on their heads a bit. We do get your counterpart here from that Emperor in reverse. We're now in the Empress energy. So that egg that was not hatching, the things that were not going into, that were not coming into fruition are now shifting around. You're feeling a lot more creative. You're feeling a lot more invigorated. You're just excited about this road ahead. And we have the Chariot, like you're literally moving forward. Everything is pointing towards like this was exactly the move that needed to happen. This was exactly the release that needed to happen to break you out of this unhealthy space that you were in, these unhealthy connections, this boring job that was not challenging you or probably paying you enough. And to move you into a space where you can feel much more passionate, much more creative, much more free. And it's coming with a lot of good forward movement and momentum. All right, so let's get your outcome card and see what those look like. Okay. Oh, okay. All right, so we get the Page of Swords. You may be becoming a student, so perhaps you realize that you need a little bit more education, or you need a little bit more training in an area in order to be able to move forward and be successful. This might be related to something that was a childhood dream of yours, so you might be going back to the drawing board as far as like doing that inner child healing and really making those connections. This may be something also that you had a really fond memory related to that, you know, that you didn't pursue. And now you're like, you know what? No, this is my time. This is my chance. Let me go do what's going to actually make me be really happy. And in particular, let me do the things that highlight my natural talents and abilities. That's that Sun card. We get the King of Pentacles. I love this for you. It's a much more grounding and balanced energy. It's really like perhaps this is that beautiful bridge we needed between that King of Swords and King of Cups. Is a little bit of that like, hey, yes, we need to be logical and make practical decisions. We need to be, you know, worried about how the well-being of our family and friends and like the people that we love and care about. Well, we also need to make sure that our money is together. And the King of Pentacles is like, none of that stuff matters about how smart you are and how, you know, you're able to build these systems and how well you take care of your family if you yourself and your health, which also Pentacles can be health cards. So just make sure you're taking care of yourself. If your health, especially your mental health, your physical health is all out of whack, your financial is all out of whack, like we got to get you back to this stable, secure space. And this movement gets you there. This new study will get you into more of a King of Pentacles energy. Your last card is the Moon, though. So there may be some more things to come out towards the end of the year. You may be discovering some new things about yourself or about other people. We'll get a clarifier for the Moon card. Justice. Oh, okay. There may be some things that need to come out to bring balance and justice, especially if there was some unfair treatment going on. In this situation that had to crumble towards the beginning of the year. You may be finding out more information about that towards the very end of the year. But, you know, hey, you're already out of there. You're already into a different space. So, oh well, for them. They should have acted right in the beginning. So you will be free from that unhealthy situation by that third quarter and moving into a much better space. The end of the year for you in 2024 will be absolutely amazing. You will feel much better. You'll be much happier. You'll be making much better money and you'll just be in an overall better place. And you might be moving. So if you're wanting to move, like, you know, start looking for places around the middle of the year so that you can make those moves and get on out of there. All right. I have been pulling, they're called the Winged Enchantment Oracle deck. So they're bird cards. And I've been pulling these for each sign. So let's see what Scorpio's card is. Okay, we got the Condor, number 5. Ooh, expansion. That's number 5. 5s are all about expansion. And let's read what yours says. Okay, the Condor. I am the Condor, the great alchemist with wings. Ooh, that's nice. I am the order of the cosmos. I am that which devours. When life perishes, I will remove it. If something has ceased to be, I will give it new form. I am the shaman of death and the soul of renewal. Well, that's very appropriate for my Scorpios. I'm your lingering clue that something must go. Ooh, that's that tower moment. That's this tower energy at the beginning of the year. You gotta let that thing go. It's no good for you. You need to look at life in the shadows and see how everything connects. You must accept that many things are beyond human understanding. There is change. There's transformation. There is death. It is the alchemy of time and the way of the universe. I will not give you all of the answers, but will offer circumstances to heighten what you already know. If it is my lessons you seek, look around. Death is everywhere, with the red dawn of metamorphosis close behind. Stop running from change and let something die its death. Stop lingering where there is no hope. Let life be renewed as it needs to. You are transforming. You are resurrection. You are acceptance. You are condor. I feel like that's such an appropriate card for my Scorpios. I love that for you. I love that for this transformative energy that's coming in for you in 2024. It is the end of this unhealthy connection, this unhealthy situation, this stagnation that you've been experiencing. I know Scorpios have gone through a lot of changes over the last year. They've just had that going on for them. But it seems like there was just maybe like one final piece, one final push that needs to happen towards the very beginning of the year. And then you'll start to experience that shift. And I'm really looking forward to this for you, Scorpio. So your next video will be your love and money. We'll do a singles, we'll do a couples, and then we'll look at your money narrative for 2024. Thanks for watching. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button, leave a comment down below, and I'll see you for your next video. Bye.